Acquiring a business? BizNexus simplifies it. Access thousands of updated opportunities in our DIY marketplace or supercharge team sourcing with OmniSource, your all-in-one platform for on-market, off-market, and coming-soon deals. Scale smarter today. Learn more or book a demo at www.biznexus.com.
Disclaimer from the always present legal team. Podcast conversations don't necessarily reflect the views of BizNexus Incorporated. Everything you hear is informational news and updates from around the industry. We're not recommending any investments. We're not offering any investment advice. Be sure to do your own homework.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to do a deep dive into the world of private equity.
Whew, fun.
It is fun. It's particularly interesting stuff. I think, especially for businesses operating in that like $2 to $50 million range, we call that the lower middle market.
Right.
And, there's a lot of companies there.
A lot of activity.
A lot of activity. And there's this really interesting report that came out from Schroders.
Yes.
And they are a global asset management firm. Pretty big player.
Yeah.
And so when they say something, people listen.
Yeah. They have a lot of insight into, where the smart money is going. So definitely worth taking a look at.
Absolutely. So their report is kind of looking ahead to 2025.
Mm-hmm.
What do they see as the trends? What's going to be happening? What should we be aware of and start thinking about?
Yeah.
And one of the first things that jumped out to me was this idea of dry powder.
Yes.
And I don't know about you, but I always think like James Bond.
Yes.
Some sort of like, secret weapon.
Secret weapon, comrade ops.
Yeah, exactly. But what is dry powder when we're talking about private equity?
Yeah, so dry powder in this context really refers to the amount of uninvested capital that private equity firms are sitting on.
Okay.
And it's a significant amount. We're talking trillions of dollars globally.
Trillions. Like, I can't even fathom that number.
It's a huge number. And it indicates a strong appetite for investment.
Well, yeah, especially like I said, we're focusing on the lower middle market.
Right.
If there's trillions out there and a big chunk of that is headed to that $2 to $50 million range businesses, man, that's going to be competitive.
Yeah, it is going to be a competitive landscape. But that's good news if you are in that lower middle market space.
Oh, so?
Because, even though we might see a little bit of a slowdown in overall deal volume, that lower middle market is expected to stay pretty active. So there are going to be opportunities.
Okay, so even if the, mega deals maybe cool down a little bit,
right,
there's still going to be a lot of action for those of us who are not running, billion-dollar companies.
Exactly.
Okay, so why is the lower middle market so hot right now?
Well, there's a few factors at play, I think. One is growth potential. Companies in this size range often have a lot of room to grow.
Yeah, they're not tapped out yet.
Right.
They've got, a good foundation and there's opportunity.
Right. And they're agile. They can move quickly. They can adapt to changing market conditions.
And they're not dealing with as much bureaucracy as a huge company.
Exactly. So, and then another factor is competition. In the lower middle market, you are competing with fewer of those mega funds, those funds that are going after the billion-dollar deals.
Okay, so there's kind of a little bit more space.
More space to operate. Yeah.
And breathe.
Yeah.
To stand out.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this is good. I mean, so if you're in that lower middle market, there is opportunity. There's money looking for good companies to invest in.
Absolutely.
But it's not just about the size of your company.
Right.
There's certain sectors that are really standing out as being especially hot.
Right. The report highlights a few key sectors that are expected to attract significant investment in 2025. And healthcare is one that really stands out.
Healthcare, always a good bet, I feel like.
It is. I mean, the aging population, the ongoing need for new treatments and technologies, there's always demand.
Yeah. No matter what's happening in the economy, people need their healthcare.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And investors see that and they understand that. So, there's a lot of interest there.
Okay. What else? Besides healthcare, any other sectors that are like flashing lights?
Yeah, technology is another big one. And in particular, with the rise of AI.
Oh, of course.
And all the innovation happening in that space.
It seems like every day there's something new in AI.
It is. And so investors are really looking at, tech companies And especially those in the lower middle market, because, they see the potential for disruption. They see the potential for growth.
It's like they want to get in on the ground floor of the next big thing.
And exactly.
So, okay, healthcare, tech. Obviously, those are big, broad categories. But let's get really specific. Let's say there's a company out there doing about $15 million in revenue, growing steadily,
right.
And let's say they're in the healthcare space.
Yeah.
What kind of things should they be thinking about right now based on what we're seeing in this report? What do they need to do to get ready to capitalize on this opportunity?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think the first thing they need to think about is valuation. Do they have a realistic understanding of what their business is worth in the current market?
Okay, valuation. Got it.
And it's more than just the numbers.
Yeah, because I was going to say, it's got to be more than that.
It is.
Because if you just walk in and say, hey, I'm worth this much, and you don't have anything to back it up,
right.
That's not going to fly.
No. Investors want to see a story.
Tell me more.
They want to see a growth story. You know what makes your company unique? What problem are you solving? How are you positioned to capture a bigger share of the market?
So you got to be able to articulate that. You got to be able to say, here's why we're special. Here's why we're different. Here's why we're going to win.
Exactly. And they want to understand your vision for the future.
Okay.
How is their investment going to help you get there?
It's almost like painting a picture for them. Like, here's where we are now. Here's where we're going. And here's how you can be a part of it.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's not just about, the P&L. It's about the story. It's about the vision. It's about being able to really articulate that. Mm-hmm. Anything else?
Yeah, I think the final piece of the puzzle is figuring out, who your ideal partner is.
Okay. Because not all money is created equal.
Exactly. Some investors might bring valuable industry expertise to the table.
Right.
Or connections that could really help you grow your business.
Open doors for you.
Yeah, while others might be more focused on just the financial returns.
Okay.
So you need to be clear about what kind of partner you are looking for and what value they can bring.
Beyond just the money.
Exactly.
So it's like finding the right business partner, not just somebody to, bankroll you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So this has been a really fascinating look at the private equity landscape. And I know we've been focusing on that lower middle market.
Right.
But just to kind of sum up some of the key takeaways here, there's a ton of money out there.
A lot of dry powder.
Right. Trillions of dollars globally. A lot of that money is interested in the lower middle market.
Yes.
And while certain sectors like healthcare and technology are looking super hot right now, any business that wants to attract investment needs to really have their act together.
Absolutely.
Get those financials in order.
Have that growth story.
Articulate your vision. Know what kind of partner you're looking for. This is good stuff.
It is. And I think the key takeaway here really is that, understanding these trends isn't just about seeking investment.
Yeah.
It's about knowing what's happening in the market and making informed decisions for your business.
Whether you're looking for funding or not.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So as always, we like to leave you with a few things to think about, a few action items.
Yes.
First up, consider how these private equity trends we've been talking about, how could they impact your industry?
Right.
Are you in a hot sector? Are you in a sector that might be cooling off? What are the potential opportunities and challenges that you might be facing?
Good question.
Yeah. Number 2, if attracting investment is something that's on your radar, start preparing now.
Yes.
Don't wait. Get your financials in order. Refine that growth story. Be really crystal clear about the kind of partner you're looking for.
Absolutely.
And finally, number 3, stay curious.
Yes.
The private equity landscape is always changing. It's always evolving. So keep learning. Stay on top of things. And that's how you stay ahead of the curve. Until next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Thinking of exiting your business or taking on a private equity partner to help you grow faster? BizNexus has you covered. Tap into our network of thousands of best-fit investors, acquirers, and proven M&A advisors, and we'll help you begin the relationship confidentially on your terms, your timeline. Learn more at biznexus.com.